The Rothman Institute presents Take 5 on Hawks All Access.
Last weekend, the St. Joseph's cross-country teams competed at the Atlantic 10 Championships, but the season's not quite over yet. The Hawks are headed to Penn State next weekend for the NCAA Mid-Atlantic Regional Championship. And with us today, before they head off, is junior captain Sara Radzwilka. Sara, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. A lot of athletes run to simply stay in shape. How did you end up making running your main pursuit in life?
I started running when I was in the 4th grade. I just tried out for the team when I was in Catholic school, and I thought, why not? I thought it would be just another hobby. Mm-hmm. And at first I thought the sport was really challenging, and I didn't really like how hard it was. And after a while I realized that that's the reason why I love the sport so much, because it's really challenging and has a lot of obstacles, and I think that's what makes me love the sport so much. And I started track when I was in 7th grade, and again, was running for a few years before that, and I thought, why not try it out since I already love running so much? Mm-hmm. So ever since then, I've been running track and cross country.
What do you feel? You mentioned challenges about the sport. What do you feel is the number one challenge with running track and cross country?
I think the number one challenge is basically like your mental capacity, mm-hmm. how much your mental thoughts affect your running, especially in races, not just in practice. And I think that's something that I work on every race that I have, just being positive and having a positive attitude in every race.
So obviously cross-country runner and then also a middle distance runner for indoor and outdoor track. How do you transition between seasons in terms of preparation for each?
I usually just like to take my time and sit mm-hmm. down and look at the previous seasons, and I like to have specific goals as to what I want to accomplish for each season. And I think that's what makes each season more positive. I get to look back and see what things I did well and what things I could work on. And I also like the 1 to 2 week period that we have between each season, just to rest up and allow my body to relax and just be prepared for whatever season is coming next.
So you run, obviously, at this point, a lot of different cross-country courses, mm-hmm. a lot of different terrains. Do you have a favorite in particular that you either run in college or maybe in high school you ran?
I would have to say where we're headed this weekend at Penn State, just because I really like the terrain, mm-hmm. just how it's like really soft, and it's a really big atmosphere. I mean, it's Penn State, and I really just like the whole atmosphere. And in high school, I had a few district meets that were at golf courses, and it kind of reminds me of a track, just like the soft terrain, and it's really nice, and I think it's really exciting.
So the more people at these meets, the better, right?
Yeah.
The better the atmosphere. So let's talk about academics for a second. You're an interdisciplinary health services major, psychology minor. Mm-hmm. So give us insight into what does that major entail, first of all?
It entails a variety of subjects. Mm-hmm. Ever since freshman year, I took a variety of courses, and it basically allows students to kind of look at the healthcare system in a lot of different ways, and it's taught me a lot about lifestyle choices, diseases, and health and society as a whole. And it all basically comes down to all the different types of lifestyle choices that you make day in and day out, which does affect my academic and my athletic life. Sure. So I think that that's really important. And I chose the psychology minor because it's just a subject that is really complex, and it really intrigues me. And I think the subject as a whole has a lot of questions. It allows you to go outside of the classroom and look at society and see what affects people and the different emotions and behaviors that they have, and where they have all come from. So I think that's really interesting.
So a trend I'm seeing with you is that you like to challenge yourself both
yeah.
athletically and academically. That's good. That's great. So using these, the major and the minor, what do you want to do? What's the dream job for when you get out of St. Joe's?
I've been going back and forth a lot since I was a freshman, just because I've been trying to think of something that would fit my pursuits and my goals. Mm-hmm. And I think that as of right now, I'm going to try and apply to graduate school for occupational therapy.
Awesome.
So,
yeah. Very nice. Congrats. Good for you.
Thank you.
All right, final question for you. This is a little off the grid. We're going to put you on the spot a little bit. But let's say that you had to choose an actress to play yourself in a movie about your life. Do you have any thoughts on who that actress might be?
I really like Sandra Bullock,
okay.
just because she's really funny, and I really like her in The Proposal. I know that doesn't really have to do a lot with sports, but
no, that's fine.
Really
she's
funny.
Hilarious. She's so funny. And then second part of this question, how about Coach Quinn? Who would you have play Coach Quinn in a movie about your life as your college track coach?
I don't really know.
Or if you can't think of someone, how about what kind of qualities would the character have to have?
He would definitely be really strong. He would have a lot of positive things to say, a lot of really great stories with a lot of great meaning, and a lot of the messages would be really powerful.
Sarah, thanks for being here today, and good luck with the rest of your upcoming races.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Sarah and the women's cross-country team are off to NCAA Mid-Atlantic Regionals next weekend at Penn State, and then before you know it, indoor track season will be here starting December 6th. We wish Sarah and the Hawks the best of luck with the rest of their cross-country season, and we hope to see you next time on Take 5.